Hello, I'm Carrie O'Neill, and I would like to share some evidence with you that has been published in numerous headlines on the internet, which you can Google for yourself. And I'm going to read a section of the RICO statute. In case you're not familiar with it, it's a federal law that prevents patterns of fraud and deception using racketeering activity. And this evidence that I have in connection with COVID-19, I want to know if you feel that this constitutes RICO violations. So I'm going to share with you what the RICO statute is, and then get your opinion, okay? So here's the RICO statute. As per Title 18, Section 1963, subsection D, paragraph 3, evidence and information that would be inadmissible under federal rules of evidence, my evidence may all in fact be admissible under the federal rules of evidence and does specifically frame a pattern of racketeering activity. See section 1962, subsection B. Okay, now here's what I want to show you, and I will enter into full screen so I can show you this. Okay, 23 news publications use the figure 400 million with COVID-19 related topics. And I'll just simply show them to you. Here, let me enlarge this for you. See if I can get this bigger here. Let's see. Okay. That's a little bit too big. Okay. Senator Moran announces $400 million to Kansas hospitals impacted by COVID-19. 2. CT hospitals losing up to $400 million a month during COVID-19 crisis. 3. NC hospitals, healthcare providers to see nearly $400 million in federal aid tied to coronavirus. 4. House Democrats seek $400 million to help states deal with cyber threats during COVID-19. My question is do they have cyber threats, when there isn't a COVID-19 crisis? Okay. 5, COVID-19 impacts. Ochsner expected to lose $400 million in revenue. 6, U.S. wineries may lose as much as $400 million in March alone due to COVID-19. 7, Trump's move to strip $400 million from the World Health Organization amid the coronavirus is just the propaganda windfall that Russia, China, and Iran have been hoping for. 8, $400 million of emergency HVA funds allocated for COVID-19 aid. 9, state plans to spend more than $400 million on supplies to fight COVID-19. Wisconsin Health News. 10, Texas has paid $400 million in unemployment benefits since the lockdowns. 11, our best estimate is that Michigan Medicine currently faces anticipated losses of $400 million to $1 billion. 12, Dow sees $400 million hit to sales from coronavirus impact in China. 13, UT system expects to lose 700 due to COVID-19. UT health institutions are expecting to lose up to 400 million due to the shutdown of all research and non-emergency services. 14, San Jose. Airports in the Bay Area and Monterey are in line for nearly 400 million in federal assistance to keep the travel hubs aloft during the tempest unleashed by coronavirus. 15, domestic box office down nearly 400 million since coronavirus closures. 16, Congress' second relief bill adds 400 million to the Commodity Assistance Program's Emergency Fund Program, SNAP. 17, Alaska CEO says Alaskan Airlines was hit with $400 million loss for March. 18, J. Crew was already struggling with a heavy debt load and now it's declaring bankruptcy, and it's working to secure 400 million to fund operations during bankruptcy. 19, Russian tourism takes $400 million hit from coronavirus. 20, Starbucks sees 400 million to 430 million headwind due to coronavirus in China. 21, Disneyland. Closure could cost Southern California economy 400 million. Okay, this is not corona related. Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission delinquent on 400 million. Okay, how can a turnpike be delinquent on 400 million? Okay, not corona related. VA refunds 400 million in mistaken home loan fees. Oh, whoops. We accidentally charged 400 million extra, fees for home loans. Okay, not corona related. Jeff Bezos is under fire for buying a new $400 million mega yacht. Okay, 22. Counting the biggest winners of the 7.2 billion US coronavirus battle includes $408 million for the purchase of Vier Holding Company. 23. Silence Therapeutics leaps as it enters up to 400 million collaboration with AstraZeneca. The second figure I want to bring to your attention is 1.7 billion. Excuse me 1 second, please. Okay. Kentucky getting 1.7 billion federal funds to fight COVID. 2, Verizon Media down to 1.7 billion. See, normally they would have made more, but now they're saying they're down to 1.7 billion. Okay. Sales in consumer tissue. Okay. You remember the run on toilet paper? Well, Kimberly-Clark soared to 1.7 billion because of extra toilet paper sales. 4, Hospital Association, COVID-19 crisis costing a Tennessee Medical that it typically generates 1.7 billion a month, but now they're losing $1 billion a month. The Gap Apparel, they had cash and cash equivalents and investments of 1.7 billion, but by May, they've lost 750 to 850 million in cash and equivalents. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, $1.7 billion executing 48 FEMA mission assignment assignments totaling 1.7 billion. American Airlines COVID loan for 1.7 billion. 1.7 billion to clean up oil wells. And if you saw the screenshot of the news, it said COVID-19 pandemic. 9, Moderna charges shares surge after FDA approves coronavirus vaccine. How can the FDA approve a coronavirus vaccine having never been tested, okay? Has 1.7 billion in cash and investments, up to 700 million available in potential grants and awards. So I thought I would show you this because there's 23 news items using the figure 400 million. And I actually found several more of those and several more of the news items using the $1.7 billion figure. And when you look at all these different 400 million and $1.7 billion claims, you will see that the majority of them are related to major losses. Does this seem to you like a pattern of racketeering activity?